Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome to what might be the end of the demo of Sequel Club Online. We'll have to see. I'm not actually sure how much further this has to go. We're right around the point where the last one turned into Sonic or the Hedgehog 1 mode, and I'm like, I don't really think they're going to go with that angle again, but I guess we'll see. Other than that unexpected thing, I've had a good time with you today. I guess we're a couple now, right?
Yeah, it's been fun spending time with you today. But now it's time for me to go home. I do not want to have the same problem I had last week.
Oh yeah, I remember. Anyway, I'll see you on Monday.
Cheers!
Natsuki opens the front door to let herself out. She closes the door. Natsuki checks to see if she locked the door. She confirms that the door was indeed locked and went home. I need to change my clothes. The clothes I have now are soaking wet. And so I go ahead and do that. Ah yes, she cried another storm into his body, so he's soaking wet. Yep, all I can say about this day is that some of the events that took place today were unacceptable. And one thing's for sure, this was indeed the last straw. Monika is now burnt fish and chips to me. It is clear that Natsuki and I no longer trust Monika. Sayori and Yuri will probably not trust Monika anymore either. We'll see what happens on Monday when we see that mischievous witch. Subplot 2, Sad Suki Hours. Yeah, that's like this entire mod in a nutshell. Natsuki's perspective.
Today is Sunday. I have nothing to do today. I will not bother going anywhere today. I'm laying on my bed. I stare at the ceiling, emotionless. No anger, no sadness, no joy. My mind runs dry. I can't believe Minori has been killed off of Parfait Girls. I also can't believe that Monika was responsible for it. My weekend is turning out okay, though. I've been lying in this supine state since breakfast. I'm quite bored. I've been wearing the same clothes since last night, and my care toward them is still excellent. My thoughts race over Minori's death. I want to cry right now, but I don't want to disturb Dad. To be fair, I cried too much this weekend.
You've cried too much in general.
First I get detention, my cat gets shredded, and now Minori dies. It's like I have every reason to cry, though I can't help myself sometimes. However, I need to try. But that's about it. With all those issues put to rest for the time being, there was something good that happened to me. I finally had the gut to admit that I love Hallie. I confessed, and he accepted. Therefore, we're now officially a couple. I can at least be happy that I'm with Hallie. I know that he won't let me down. I know that he'll be the best boyfriend ever. I know that he shall enlighten me with the trustworthy advice. I'm suddenly bored now. What can I do? I want to try something different today. I think I'll attempt to cook a steak for Dad. He's had quite a long work week, and I want to do something nice for him.
Why would you want to do anything nice for the man who shredded both your cats? Oh my god.
Dad's in his room taking a nap, so I should probably cook a steak for Dad so he could start giving me money again.
Yeah, that's how that works, I'm sure.
Maybe after that, I'll finally stop digging into random vending machines for coins. I'm such a smart girl.
You sure about that?
Let's see how I fare with cooking a steak all on my own.
My perspective, okay. I've decided to have some lunch at a restaurant today. I am taking my mind off of what happened yesterday for a little while. I feel that this will help reduce my anxiety toward every negative thing that happened to me and Natsuki.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise. Good afternoon, Hallie, my senpai.
Never mind. Hello, Monika.
You look rather put out by something. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is okay. I'm just waiting in line to grab something to eat. I suppose you're here to get something to eat as well?
Yup. I'm going to get a Caesar salad for lunch today.
I kind of figured you'd get vegetables again. You really love vegetables, eh?
I sure do. I dream of becoming an athletic musician.
Very nice. It makes sense since you eat vegetables and play at least one musical instrument. Yep, I can see why a lot of people believe that you're the all-star of dokies. However, others have different interests and like someone else more. People who like you consider themselves to be Monikins, while those who like others call themselves either Natsu Kittens, Sayorians, or Yurians. Wow, they got the Natsuki clan correct. Hey, I was saying things, Monika. There are those who like them all so much that they are unable to choose one, and rather combine them together to make
A really bizarre creature named Reginald. I knew it.
Absolutely not. No creatures. It's something else. I think it was Satsurika? Yeah, probably Satsurika. I'm going to go with Satsurika.
Oh, okay. Got it. Anyway, will you go out with me sometime? Maybe we'll go see a movie. Or perhaps visit the local park to admire the greenery.
Sorry, Monika, but I'm taken.
What?
Monika gives me a really salty look.
Don't tell me that swine confessed her love to you already, and you accepted it!
First of all, her name is not that swine. Her name is Natsuki. I am genuinely confused as to why you're suddenly starting to call her names. Second of all, yes, I accepted her love confession and we're a couple now. She loves me and I love her.
Natsuki threw a big pumpkin at me. My uniform got covered in pumpkin soot.
Pumpkins don't have soot. Well, you should have just let Sayori sit with her club mates. I don't care if you say that you've fired Sayori, thus not allowing her near the club in any way, but we still believe that Sayori belongs to us. Also, she has the right to sit wherever she wants. If you were to not be salty, Natsuki wouldn't have gotten detention in the first place.
Hey, I got detention too. I was stuck in the room 2 hours longer than Natsuki because I was the one who initiated that food fight on Friday.
Just... Please stop being salty. That's all.
No.
Well, Monika has to stop being salty whether she likes it or not. I wonder how Natsuki's doing. She's probably moping in bed or something. Natsuki's perspective.
Ah, the steak is complete. It took about an hour to do this, but it was worth making something big all by myself for the first time in a while. As I admire the steak, Dad comes downstairs and sees me in the kitchen.
Whoa. What have you made?
I cooked you a steak.
You did? Impressive. What are you doing now?
I'm cleaning and sanitizing the sink.
Very professional move. Glad to see you're doing a bit more chores for once. Anyway, where's my steak?
On the countertop. Dad sees the steak and takes it to his chair.
Ooh, I like the presentation. Thanks.
He looks at it, then takes a piece. Dad takes a bite on the steak and sets it on the coffee table.
You've done a good job cooking this steak. Though I only have one small issue.
Oh, what's that?
My steak is not well done. Whenever I buy or make a steak, I would always have it well done, meaning there shouldn't be a pink coloration inside when I cut it. I'll at least give you credit for actually putting in the effort to make me a steak in the first place.
As I was about to go put away my apron, Dad grabs a plastic bag and inserts the steak inside. He stares at the heavy, fragile plate for a moment, then turns to me as I return to the sink to admire the clean kitchen.
Well, you're still in the kitchen, Natsuki. Can you do me a favor?
What would you like for me to do? Dad throws the plate as if it's a frisbee. It flies over the countertop and shatters just a few inches shy of my feet. Thank God I'm wearing my cat sneakers. If I wasn't wearing shoes in the first place, then the remains of that plate would have penetrated slightly into my feet. Or penetrated. And it would hurt really bad. After narrowly missing the impact, I look at the plate and glared at my dad. Why?
Please make me a more well-done steak. The last raw beef is in the fridge, so don't mess it up. I beg of you, don't you dare mess up the steak. If you do, I'll kick you while your back is turned. Oh, and clean the floor, too. I intended to yeet that plate out of the window, but I totally missed. My bad.
Oh, I let one lonely tear run down my face. Yes, sir. I reluctantly opened the fridge to grab the last raw beef. And I promptly started working on it immediately. The thought of getting my ass kicked literally gives me some chills. But I won't let that bother me. He's just joking.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He likes his steak well done. He truly is insane. My perspective. Pete's sake. It's Monday. Today would be the day that would change life at school for a long time. I am contemplating on how such a change will happen. What stands before me is the local vending machines near the club. A set of stairs are presumed to lead straight to the rooftop. However, the roof is undergoing an absurdly long maintenance session, given that there are barricades blocking half the flight of stairs. I wonder to myself if maintenance will ever be finished. I'm sure it will be done eventually. Moving on to a different matter, I was let out early after finishing my daily work faster than usual. I usually never get my work done on time, but after confessing to Natsuki, the adrenaline from that moment has entered my body, and I still have it now. As the usual club activities haven't started yet, I took the time frame to go on a quick adventure with nobody to disrupt my alone time. From the vending machines, I descended into the first floor. I stopped by where all the students' lockers reside and admire the view of the foyer. Or is it foyer? I don't know. I notice a bit of trash scattered around the floor. I hate when people litter. I spend a few minutes picking up the trash and chucked them all into the bins. The bottles, cans, and other related things are placed into the recycle bin. Everything else is simply thrown into the waste bin. All clean. Well, the deed is done. The foyer looks nice without all that rubbish planted atop the ground. While I'm here, I'll go check out the contents of my locker. Upon entering the combination and opening my locker, I don't find anything too special. There's a note that slipped inside. I take the note and read it. Looks like an anonymous person has written me a note saying how much they like me. I sniff the paper to find a lingering smell of strawberry perfume. Well, wow, that was a strong smell. Someone probably used too much perfume, but it does smell good. I read the note again. This is definitely Natsuki's handwriting, so I can conclude that she had wrote this to me a few weeks ago and I never bothered to read it. Why do you only look in your locker once every few weeks? Ah well, I confessed my love to her already, so it doesn't matter now. I think that'll do for this spot. I check my locker one more time and find my old books. Wow, I read these? Nice. I put the old books in my bag. My old locker is now empty. I close it and waddle toward the next place I feel like going to. With my heavy bag in tow, I look around to see if anybody I know is present. Hello? I hear faint sobbing. Sayori? As I walk closer to the noise, I was greeted by a storage room door cracked open very slightly. The sobbing was now heard clearly. It doesn't sound like Sayori's tear-jerking uproar. I think it sounds like Yuri's tear-jerking uproar. Maybe a book she borrowed was overdue, and as a result Yuri had an outstanding fine. Or worse, it would be Natsuki's tear-jerking uproar. To be fair, since Minori died, Natsuki had not been taking the loss very well in the slightest bit. I can't say for sure who's making that noise or what. There appears to be a few tiny droplets of blood on the floor. Did a fight occur? Did someone purposely bash their head as hard as possible against the floor a dozen times out of frustration? There's only one way to find out what's up with the blood on the floor, and the sight of the door being cracked open a bit, I gently... Oh, no, not again. With my arms extended to hold onto the door's exposed edge, I freeze in place. I know exactly what's going to happen. It's so cliché nowadays. Every time I get the guts to open a door in a gentle way, I see something that would forever haunt me. And I'm not going to lose any more sleep over any more spooks. But hold on. What if I do the opposite? Yeah, that's what I'll do. If I open the door in a frantic way, something good will happen. A victory for opposite day logic. Well, here goes. I frantically open the door. Hiya, I said before the auto-ending text box cut me off. I knew it! The tear-jerking uproar actually did indeed come from Sayori! But why is she in pain? I freeze for a moment upon noticing the pain Sayori was in and slowly approached her. I cautiously crouched down next to my childhood friend. Sayori? What are you doing here?
I don't know. My head, arms, and legs hurt so bad. I can't seem to move with the pain stinging me.
Do you have a nasty fall? Did you have?
Yeah, but...
Did you fall on purpose, or did somebody push you? And what's with the blood spots on the floor? Was there some sort of struggle?
Actually, somebody did push me. And as for that blood, well... Let me try to explain that as best as I can. I'm going to warn you right now that you already know who did it. So please listen carefully.
Is it going to be Sayori's perspective? Yeah, flashback.
Well, another boring day of school is almost complete. My work has been finished early, so I have some free time to exploring the campus. It's nice and quiet when nobody is blocking the hallways, preventing students from reaching their destinations on time. I stop by where the literature club is and look inside the window. I see a familiar figure wielding a paper shredder. The figure turns to see me and jumps back slightly. Upon instantly recognizing my face, the figure approaches me, stomping her feet in anger. The door suddenly slides open to reveal Monica. Hey, what in blazes are you doing here, Sayori? I thought I told you that you were fired. You're still no longer allowed to be in this club. Well, it's true, but come on, kicking me out over a diary? Bruh, your diary had been sitting out in plain sight, just begging for someone to read its contents. Or its contents. You should really find a better place to keep your diary so that no one can find it easily like I did. Mistakes happen, Monica. I had no intention on reading that diary. I found it on the bottom shelf and thought it was one of those recipe books. I'm sorry, Monica. It was an accident. Hand to God, I swear, the reading of your private journal was absolutely unintentional and accidental. Can you please forgive me? I don't want our friendship to fall apart. Sayori, I can now understand the error of my ways. I'll admit it was stupid of me to put my diary in a place where it can easily be seen. I should have been more discreet when figuring out where to put my diary. Does it mean you forgive me? I let out my biggest grin, hoping for the best possible outcome. Well, you should consider giving me time to think about whether I should consider letting you back in my club. How about we go ahead and walk together to the library in the meantime? I want to show you something that I think you're going to like. I can assure you that there will be no regrets. Oh boy, what is it? Monica holds my hand and we walk to the library. It isn't a very far walk, so I can imagine that she doesn't need a whole lot of time to think. At last we make it to the library. Monica directs me to an open storage closet located in the far back corner of the room. Shouldn't that storage closet be inaccessible to us? Well, maybe the person in charge of the library forgot to lock the door. Actually, I'm the one in charge of managing the library today. Notice the shredder in the club room? Yeah. What about it? And what are you going to do with it? Simple. I borrowed the library's shredder. And with it, I'm going to discard really old papers that were in the teacher's desk years ago before we set foot into this institution.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought I saw that. Oh no, we're good. Institution was indeed spelled correctly.
Oh, okay. I suppose it would be a good idea to make room for new things by removing stuff that the school doesn't need anymore. You're so smart, Sayori. I like that intelligent attitude of yours. Hey, do you see something? Huh? I don't see anything. Are we looking for a man bug?
Oh, what?
Oh, a masculine ladybug? Yes! I can actually see it right now. It's on your nose. Let me get that for you. Yeah! Damn it, the bug flew away. My nose starts bleeding. Ow! There it is again. Hey! Stop flying away from me. You know what? Get over here, you stupid bug. I will rip out your miniature wings. There! Monica shoves me to the floor. My head hits hard against the wall. She continues spanking my legs in an attempt to get rid of the bug. After a few minutes, she finally stops attacking. The bug left the room for real this time. Actually, only ladybugs exist, so I lied about the man bug thing. As for the pain I inflicted upon you, let that be a lesson learned for reading my diary. So no, I will not forgive you. I'd better not see you near my club again, or so help me, I will amputate both your arms and legs. Goodbye for now, Sayori. You haven't seen the last of me. Remember that. If you come near my club again, you'll regret it. Adios. Monica slowly walks away, leaving me bruised against the wall next to the broom, which is covered in blood. The door to the storage closet was left open a crack. How long will it take until somebody notices that Monica actually wasn't managing the library properly? All I can do is watch, stare at my injuries, and wait. Help me.
My perspective. End of flashback. Oh no, how could Monica be so evil? I can't believe it. So, let me get this straight. Monica took the library shredder to claim that she's discarding what the school doesn't need anymore. And after a brief walk to this destination, she viciously attacked you, thinking there's some sort of bug flying around. Then she shoved you against the wall and used that bloody broom to ensure that you can't walk.
Yes, that is true. I need you to find me a nurse.
A nurse? In the serious pain you're in? You're better off needing emergency services. All the nurse would do is to give you an ice pack and that's it.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
Well, I'd better call the ambulance now. Or if I let you linger around here any longer, you'd be dead. Yeah, she'll die from this. And I don't want to let you die, so you need emergency services immediately. I called the emergency number. For the next few minutes, I attempted to cool down Sayori. She must be sweating as it's quite hot in here. Temperature hot. The hospital staff quickly ran into view, approaching Sayori. I shimmy out of the way so that they can do their job. I let them lift Sayori and her bag onto the emergency cart, and she is escorted out of the building. I can't believe that Monica, the club president, hurt my childhood friend. This is absolutely unacceptable. I am definitely going to find a way to impeach Monica. She can't be president if she's going to bring physical and mental harm upon me and my friends. After taking care of that situation, I've decided that I had enough adventuring for today and went straight for the club room. Throughout the entire walk, thoughts about Sayori's injuries raced around my head. If I was there, I would have stopped Monica before she even started to inflict pain upon Sayori. Turning the corner, I see an action figure staring outside as an ambulance pulls out of the lot. What? Natsuki stares blankly at the ambulance as it drives away. Hey!
Oh, hey, Hallie. A nice day today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I see that the ambulance is driven away.
Yeah. Looks like someone had been injured so much that they needed medical treatment with haste.
That's right. Poor Sayori.
Wait. No. What? The ambulance took Sayori away?
Unfortunately, yes.
Who hurt her? Who hurt her?
Obviously, you're not going to like what I'm about to say. But it's true. Sayori has been injured, and I know who did it. I saw blood in a storage closet within the vicinity of the library. Sayori was beat up by a certain green-eyed individual wearing a big white bow. A face we hold a severe grudge against. The same person who did all those bad things to you. Monica shoved Sayori against the wall and beat her senselessly, thinking she's trying to catch some imaginary flying insect. In short, Monica was the person who hurt Sayori. You could have just said that. And I want to find some way to impeach that Python alcoholic scoundrel so bad. Alcoholic now, too? It only took a split second for Natsuki to figure out what I was trying to say.
So, it was Monica who was responsible for almost amputating Sayori.
Yeah. What? No. Most definitely. She's caused enough trouble with us, that's for sure.
Yeah. Monica is such a big, fat, stinky jerk. I really want that unintelligent skag to jump into a fire pit. She's a psychotic donkey-ass, fatty-fat-ass, fat-shitting motherfucking hooligan that needs to stop being such a stinky fucking stupid fart hole.
Whoa, as much as I really want to agree with that. Jeez. What was that all about?
I'm sorry, Holly. I've had an extremely stressful day. My classmates wouldn't stop talking about the death of Minori that happened on Saturday. I was her biggest fan, and I still miss her.
Natsuki began weeping, mourning the loss of her favorite Parfait Girls character. It is very clear and really obvious that she really liked Minori. I stare silently at the scenery outdoors as the ambulance containing Sayori was in view again, albeit at a far distance. Once the ambulance is officially out of view, I turned to Natsuki and hugged her. The next few minutes consisted of my futile attempts of calming down my damsel in distress. Why do I say that my effort of calming the princess was futile, despite the fact I've said that before? Well, there's a reason for that. It's safe to say for now that we would still attend the club meeting today. However, little did we know, it would be our final club meeting with Monica. And based on our hatred toward the club president, we wouldn't like what's coming next. To put it in another way, Monica would do something very drastic, and it would haunt us for the rest of our natural-born lives. Oh, to be continued. So now we've officially reached the end of the demo. Goodness gracious, this mod. Oh, hello there, my friend. I'm pleased to say that you have finished the spring break demonstration update of Sequel Club back online. So what did you think of the experience so far? Oh, the review is actually already written, my dude. Was it a rather okay experience? That is not how I would describe it, no. Or maybe you found it to be quite flawed. Oh, that's also an understatement. What are your thoughts about Sequel Club back online thus far? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't like it so far. Aw, man, really? Yes. Shucks. What didn't you like about it? Well, let's see. Well, I mean, that is true, but those are just placeholders, I understand. That was hard to understand. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I understand it, but I didn't really find any bugs. I guess this is the only one that's like... I'm just going with this one. The plot was confusing. Ah, I get what you mean. I do tend to be as random as possible, but I can see that you prefer plots that make sense. I'll see what I can do to improve on that aspect. Oh, don't even try, man. Just don't. After that, maybe you'll give me a better rating. Got it? Got it! Your feedback will help greatly for the next demo update of Sequel Club back online. Until next time, your playthrough is now put on pause. This is not the finale. This is not the final episode. The video title claiming this is the final episode is lying to you. There will be more coming when the next demo comes out. And when does the next demo come out? Well, I have no idea, but I hope you enjoyed the mod so far. Have a great day or night, depending on your time zone. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for the credits, you can read them in the attached credits.txt file. Do you understand that? Okay. Thanks for playing. Let me reset this for you. Oh, there it goes. It's resetting. Yeah, well, for one, my video titles never lie about the end, because if it's the end of a demo, I put end with a question mark. So it's like, maybe it'll continue someday, or maybe it'll get canceled and become vaporware. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. Had quite enough of Sequel Club back online and its original version. But yeah, that'll do it for now. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Toki Toki. Hope to see you then. Bye bye.